Lately, I've been getting a lot of requests for recommendations for modern science fiction. Easy breezy, here's 5 excellent ideas. Hi, I'm Michael Evers, and this is Fit to be Read. All 5 of these books are great choices to add to your to-be-read list. Knowing that you all might have different moods of what you're looking for, I've mixed things up so there's some variety. I'll go ahead and set 1995 as a random marker, considering everything published since then as modern, at least for the purposes of this episode. Don't forget to tell me in the comments if you've read any of these books, or if you plan to. Solitaire by Kelly Eskridge, published in 2002. I'm giving you this one to fit the bill for crime, suspense, psychological thriller, drama and cyberpunk vibes, and even a dose of some well-done romance. In Solitaire, main character Jackal Segura, or Ren, who is seen as the hope of a new amazing world, ends up in prison. Conveniently, this occurs just as she's finding out things that she shouldn't. This isn't prison as we know it. This is science fiction and the future, and Eskridge gives us a solitary confinement of the mind setup. Ren is sentenced to 8 years of prison. This sentence is served in virtual reality, and the 8 years is just a simulation. Her incarceration is really only months, not years. The philosophical in this one is the examination of how we might be affected by being alone with our own thoughts, and only our own thoughts, for so long. This is a bit of a dark read, but easy to get into, and for a first novel for Eskridge, it hits many more highs than lows. Beta by Adam Roberts, published in 2014. I recently read and reviewed this on the channel. I'm pushing this one here because I think it will really entertain. While it isn't meant to be a funny novel, it has some of the funniest moments of any science fiction book that I've ever read. I'm also recommending this if you're looking for something that falls into the philosophical science fiction category. To whet your appetite, this is like Orwell's Animal Farm, but with more effort put into making it believable from a science fiction perspective. Set in England, animals are now able to communicate and reason because of new microchip technology that interfaces with the animal brain. The story examines the implications that this will have on human-animal relations, as well as provides some food for thought about the chip technology and whether or not the significance of the AI reasoning is a product of the animal psyche and tech link, or simply just the chip itself. This is a great introduction to see what Adam Roberts delivers, and a nice warm-up for another Roberts novel that I recently read and reviewed, The Thing Itself. Red Rising by Pierce Brown, published in 2015. For a book that I love so much, I don't think I've talked about it enough on my channel. I'm adding it to this list also because it starts a great series, so I'll recommend this if you're up for a great sci-fi that has a bit of everything and starts you off on an incredible series. This is one of the best. In Red Rising, the society of the future is caste-based, and the classes are denoted using colors. This is set initially on future Mars. Main character, 16-year-old Darrow, is a red. Reds are the lowest caste, and they're about as blue-collar as it gets, working in mines and basically discounted by everybody else. You'll root for this brilliant, brash, aggressive, stubborn, at times ignorant, confident, and bold infiltrator as he attempts to rise and exist above his initial lot in life. You'll love this action-packed series for its vast scope, tension, epic and fantastic war, dystopian world building, and very unique characters. Ender's Shadow by Orson Card, published in 1999. I don't care for Orson Card the person, but his science fiction writing is some of the best out there. Find a used copy of this at the library and give it a go. This is set in the Ender's Game universe and follows the events of that amazing novel from the perspective of one of its secondary characters named Bean. This isn't just the same story told from a different perspective, and the character Bean is really fascinating. While I'll always prefer Ender's Game, this is the better written novel. For those unfamiliar, the Earth is at war with the alien enemy, the Buggers. They are formidable and adapt to everything that we throw at them. Our only hope is to breed the best and brightest children and turn them into military strategists. These children are sent to battle school and compete in zero-G laser tag type skirmishes to determine who will be or should be the one, the leader, the prodigy that will succeed and save us from perceived annihilation. I'm recommending this if your reading mood is demanding something that moves fast and has great action. Also, if your mood is calling for something where you will really feel for a character, this will be a hit. My hard sci-fi entry for today is Greg Egan's Diaspora, published in 1997. This definitely gets points for philosophical and cyberpunk as well. I'm recommending this for those who don't mind a challenge in the reading experience and are ready to get entangled in some serious quantum mechanics. In Diaspora, humanity far, far into the future has transformed and taken 3 different paths. Most popular are the Polices, becoming part of a computer network virtual world. There are the Gleisners, who have opted for robotic bodies, most of whom have left the Earth for the stars. And finally, the Fleshers, who've retained their human form. The Fleshers stay put and do some interesting things with genetic manipulation. The Diaspora refers to Polis clones on an expedition that runs the length of the novel and is divided across this experience of the clones that have spread out through the stars. The clones are all different representations of the same main characters, sharing information to attempt to master the hugely confusing Cossack theory. I told you that this wouldn't be easy. If you're the type of reader that likes to have a pen and paper and take notes while you read, this is a big ideas novel that will blow your mind, captivate and confuse you, and I hope greatly satisfy you. Thank you for watching. I'm Michael Leverts, and this is Fit to be Read.